is only war.
What is up, gents? We're doing a video about assassins today. Well, the Imperium assassins. Basically, they just released it. Faction-focused Imperium agents. Finally, I was waiting for these guys to be released since the beginning of the releases because they took away all the stratagems in 9th edition at the end, so you couldn't really run assassins to the benefit that they usually should be. Prior, you could like use the Vindicare assassin to shoot something and then shoot again if you killed something, and then the other one for the one chick where you can the Calidus assassin, you can spend 2 CB to continue her ability to turn 2. So once the stratagems come out for this army with the assassins, I think the assassins are actually going to be really fucking cool and really fun to play with. Vindicare definitely is my favorite assassin of them all. I ran him all the way back in the day. I still have like the old original Vindicare assassin. Now the new one came out and it's ginormous up on the statue looking down. So with the new rule where if you're above 6 inches and you shoot down, you get an additional AP. So now he's going to be able to have an AP4 fucking weapon shooting with the targeting priority. Let's just get into it. Appreciate you Patreons. Thanks for checking out the video. If you guys are new, definitely subscribe and go check out Discord. There's over 350 people on Discord right now. It's fucking awesome. We hit our goal on Patreon of 250. We're reaching our goal up to 500, and it's all thanks to you guys for competitive dirtbags who want to get better at the competitive scene in 40k, as well as the Grandmaster dirtbags who are just want to see this fucking channel grow as much as possibly can. So appreciate you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. So let's get into the Hands of the Emperor. It's just awesome. Like I was so excited for these guys to finally come out, just so we get to see kind of if they're going to be worth taking, and I 100% think they are going to be worth taking in this edition. So first off, this guy was very good back in the 9th edition as well, being able to put a fight last on an ability that he charges. So none of the crazy small Inquisitors released besides Greyfax, and she is insane from what they released. So it's going to be for any army that has the Imperium keyword, they're able to join, and you can bring assigned agents. So you can bring 2 in a strike force, so 2 units and 2 character units. So if you want to bring 2 assassins or 2 units in your army, you're able to do that. So that's cool to know that if you want to bring like a cheap Imperium unit or an Inquisitor and an Assassin, you could do that. Hopefully the points aren't as crazy as before. They were about 90 points. They were 90, I think they were 100 points, and then they went down to 95 points, and then they went down to 90 points. So hopefully they're around like 80 to 90 points. I mean, with the rules that they released, like they're probably going to be back up to 100 points, depends on the stratagems. But right off the beginning, they released the Vindicare Assassin, which I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. All right, so the Vindicare Assassin, he's super safe because he has the, what's it called? The lone operative keyword. So with somebody having the lone operative keyword, they can't be shot at unless they're within 12 inches. So even if he's sitting all the way on the top of the building shooting down, from 48 inches away, he can't be shot at unless they're within 12 inches. So that's definitely good to have. He has stealth if he is being shot at, so he's -1 to hit. Infiltrators. So keyword infiltrators. Does that mean he gets the pregame move? That might be in the core rules. Somebody let me know what the infiltrators mean. Assigned agents, dead shot. So let's go over to his profile. So he's move 7, so he actually gets to move pretty far. Toughness 4, 6 up save, but he has a 4 up invuln save. 4 wounds, which I think they had 5 last time. So he actually lost a wound, but he gained that he can't be shot within 12 inches. Leadership 6, OPSEC 1. The pistol has 3 shots with precision, doing 3 damage each. That is insane. So it's only a 12-inch range. So honestly, if you're shooting 12 inches down, let's say they get close to you, you can just shoot your pistol 12 inches down, hitting on 2s, strength 5, so you're probably going to wounding on 3s or 4s, -2 or -3 if you're shooting from 5 inches above, and 3 damage as a fucking pistol. So precision, ignores cover, and devastating wound. So anything that is a 6 to wound is going to be 3 mortal wounds. Like that is insane. Yeah, that's nuts. So then he has the rifle, which is devastating wounds as well. Ignores cover, heavy, so he gets -1 to hit if he stands still, but he already hits on 2s. And then precision. So the precision ability being on the pistol and the rifle is amazing. Now, somebody let me know in the precision is if you shoot the unit, does the precision automatically wound the character in the unit, or do you get to choose? Or do you have to see that character specifically to shoot the character? Because before, you get to pick your target. So now with precision and there being a character in the unit, if I see one model sticking its head out from the ruin, can I shoot that unit and it automatically goes into the character for precision? Let me know, because I think. I mean, I can honestly just look it up. Let's look up precision. So precision is right here. Can allocate attacks to a character model that is, there you go, visible when targeting. Okay, so you have to be visible. There you go. We just answered our own question. So if you see the character in the unit, you can then shoot the character in the unit with the precision keyword. So one shot, 48 inches away, hitting on 2s, strength 7, so you're going to wound on most things on 3s, and then AP is going to be 3, and most of the time you're probably going to be above 5 inches, so you're going to be AP 4. It's D3 plus 3 damage. That's amazing. So it's a minimum 4 up to 6. So 4 to 6 damage. If it's devastating shot, if you roll a 6 to wound, it actually goes into D3 plus 3 mortal wounds automatically. And I think honestly, guys, precision's going to be kind of broken in 10th edition. I think precision is going to have our characters either hide or not really do as much as they want to do. Like I'm thinking Abaddon with precision is just going to die with like all the Necron sniper unit that I just faced the other day. Like he's just going to be like, all right, I'm targeting him, all the attacks going into Abaddon, good luck. So he's got dead shot, which each time this model makes a range attack, if a critical hit is scored, so if a 6 to hit, add 3 to the damage characteristic of that attack. Now, that's for any of them. So each time a model makes a range attack, so you can do the pistol 3 range attacks, add 3 to the, so basically 6 damage pistol shots coming into somebody's face. Holy shit. After this model has resolved his range attacks, select one enemy unit that was hit by one or more of these attacks. That unit must take a battle shock test. Holy shit. All right, so if you roll 6 to hit, that unit has to take a battle shock test. So the unit has to take a battle shock test. So let's say you kill the character, the unit then has to be battle shocked for the test. And if you kill a character, they get a lower leadership most of the time. So they're going to have to roll based off that leadership. So that's huge right there. If you get a 6 to hit and then a 6 to wound on the Exodus rifle. On the Exodus rifle, you basically get hitting on a 6, which then goes to D3 plus 6 mortal wounds if you wound on a 6. Wow. That's awesome. Shield breakers once per game. You know, it can't be too busted, right? So if you have like a target in your sights and you really want that target to die, which is the whole point of the Vindicare Assassin, once per battle, when a selected target for this model's, it just happens with the rifle, it can fire a shield breaker round. If it does, until the end of the phase, each time this model makes an attack with that weapon, no saving throws of any kind can be made against that attack. So once per battle, when selecting the target, it can fire. All right, so you have to do it after, so you have to hit. You have to make sure you hit, so you have to select it before you roll the hit roll, and if you fail, that's your once per game, which kind of sucks. Each time this model makes an attack with that weapon, no saving throws of any kind. So if you get your AP 4 hit, I mean, AP really doesn't matter at that point, because there's no saving throws whatsoever. So no regular saving throws, no invulnerable saving throws, no demon saving throws, like literally no saving throws of any kind can be taken. So basically you just take D3 plus 3 wounds if you wound on that model. So basically you have to roll a 2 up and then a 3 up, and then that model automatically takes that damage. So that could be really good for a killing blow for a character or a unit or anything. So that's cool once per game. The shield breaker used to be a shot that you can do into armor penetrating round or whatever last edition, where you get to do D3 mortal wounds to a vehicle. He wasn't that good at 9th, honestly. Like you didn't really see him on the table a lot because of the terrain rules. So now that he ignores cover, like there's going to be a lot of cover, but there's going to be a lot of people in the, all over the place because you won't be able to pilot and consolidate anymore after charging. So this guy actually, I think, will be really fun to put up literally on top of the building and just be like, all right, I can see everything. Good luck. It'll stop you from basically coming out of the woodwork. So they're going to have to keep everybody kind of behind cover, which might be worth 90 points, right? If you have a really scary model, that you don't want to be in melee with, let's say like a Hive Tyrant. I mean, that's a monster, so you'll be able to shoot it anyway. Yeah, whatever. So this guy I think is going to be super fun to play with. I'm excited to use him on the battlefield. He's going to be my first test game once they release the points. Actually, I might run the test game with this with my Grey Knights. So I'll bring him with the Grey Knights and just use these rules, and I'll put him at, I don't know, 100 points, whatever. And I'll be testing the Grey Knight teleport stuff with the Vindicare Assassin. And then we got the Inquisitor. So just a basic Inquisitor. He's got a movement 6, toughness 3, 4+ save, wounds 4, leadership 6, and OBSEC 1. He's got a bolt pistol, combi weapon, anti-infantry 4+, devastating wounds, rapid fire 1. So this is kind of like the combi weapons for Death Guard. Hitting on a 3, strength 4, AP 2, 1 damage. So anything on a 4+, it's going to do mortal wounds. And then psychic shock wave, devastating wounds, psychic turret. So that means it automatically hits, 2d6 automatically hitting, strength 3, -1, 1 damage. I guess you're able to shoot that and the combi weapon at the same time, because with the psychic weapons, you're able to shoot the psychic and then an additional weapon. So as long as it's not a pistol. So this is rapid fire, so it's good. Melee weapons, melee weapon, Inquisitor, and then a force weapon. Weapon skill 3, strength 5, AP 2, D3 damage, like every other force weapon. And then while this model is leading a unit embarked in transport, so I guess that's the new rules. And then power of the rosette. Each time a target this model's unit with a stratagem on a D6 on a 3+, you gain 1 CP. So I guess putting him in like a big unit that you're going to be using stratagems with, obviously, you can basically add him to the unit. Hopefully he's like really cheap, 50, 60 points. And then you just kind of put him in the unit, and that unit gets a 5+ field no pain and gets mortal wounds. So that's him just leading the unit. So that's actually not bad. That's just an additional way to gain a CP back for using a stratagem you're already going to be using. So yeah, that's not bad. So maybe putting him in like a Terminator unit, a big 10-man brick. Interceptors, he's not going to be able to move that fast. Purifier unit, because at least they get all the psychic abilities, and then now they have a 5+ mortal wound save. I don't know if Grey Knights are going to get a mortal wound save built in. They didn't release that. But psychic keyword, and he has a 5+ invuln save. So basically he's got a 4+, 5+. He's a leader, so he goes in squads. He's got grenades, so you can actually use the grenade strat on him. That's cool. So basic Inquisitor does not look bad for the CP regen. That's awesome. So these guys, I took like 3-second look at them. Just one of the units that you can be bringing. So they're OBSEC 2. So each model is OBSEC 2, I guess, which is pretty good right now. Leadership is 8. They have 1 wound each, 4+ save, toughness 3, and move 6. So they can just bring a ton of different stuff, weapons with them. They have a chain. They can bring a chain fist with them, doing 2 damage. Anti-vehicles a 3+. And what do they get? So each time a model in the unit makes an attack, reroll the wound roll of 1. If the target of the attack is an enemy unit within range of an objective marker, you can reroll. Oh, cool. So breaching team, that's basically the same as the Chaos Space Marine Legionnaires. So they get to reroll wounds of 1, making an attack. So just an attack. It's not even a melee attack, it's just an attack. So that's actually pretty good. And if they're within range of an objective marker, you get to reroll the wounds instead. So this unit actually would be pretty cool to add, bringing in from reserves, like putting him into a reserve unit, kind of walking on and just blowing up a unit on an objective. They have a 4+ invuln save as a unit, and the bearer has a smoke keyword, and each time you select the bearer's unit as a target of a grenade stratagem, so they all have grenades, roll 1 additional d6 when resolving that stratagem. Awesome. So I don't have the stratagems up. I know you get like 8 shots or something. The grenade strat. So that's actually pretty cool. So, and each time you select the... Okay, that's cool. So each time you do it, you get to roll an additional d6 when resolving that stratagem. Also, they have a 4-up invuln save, and they reroll wounds of 1 for units that are on objective. So let's see, with plasmas, you know, being able to do that, shotgun, melt-a-guns, demolition charge, 1 shot. Yeah, so these guys seem pretty fun. Retinue, Imperial Navy, grenades, Imperial Navy. All right, so it's just all the keywords assigned to agents. So you can bring 1 or 2 units of these. Hopefully they're not too expensive. Maybe free war gear. But being OBSEC 2 is definitely going to be pretty clutch coming in. And it's a 10-man unit. So you can bring chain fist, grenade belts. Yeah, not bad. I just like this little breaching team keyword. That's actually pretty cute. All right, then we got our Grey Fax. So Grey Fax, actually ran her a little bit in our Grey Knight list as well, and Sisters. So you can bring, you know, all this in the Sisters list as well if you want to bring an assassin with you. But the Grey Fax is actually pretty cool. So movement 6, toughness 3, save 3+, 4 wounds, 4 leadership, 1 obsec. So look at that leadership. You add it to your unit, you now get a 4+ leadership. That is insane. That's better than most characters in the game. So she is fucking fearless, honestly. She is super ballsy. Castigation is anti-character. Wounds on a 4+, devastating wounds. Oh my god. Precision and psychic. So holy shit. Yeah. 18-inch range, 1 shot, hitting on a 3. Strength 8 though. AP 2, 3 damage. So anti-character, and then this one is anti-psyker on a 2+, so she just hates psychers. Psyker on a 2+, devastating wounds, precision, and then rapid fire 1. So if you are within 12 inches, you get 2 shots, hitting on 3, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage, but it's precision and rapid fire. So when this model is leading a unit, it can be in the transport, and then while this model is leading a unit, ranged weapons equipped by models in the unit have an anti-psyker 4+ ability. So if you're going against Grey Knights, going against T-Sons, or anything that has a psyker keyword, you're going to be able to wound them or get devastating wounds if you have any devastating shots on a 4+. So figuring out which units she's going to be best tagged with, that's going to be pretty cute to kind of throw that in there. So no escape, this is also really cool. Each time an enemy unit, excluding monster and vehicle, that is within engagement range of 1 or more units with this ability is selected to fall back, models in that unit must make a desperate escape test as if their unit was battle shocked. And that means that if you fall back as you're battle shocked on a 1 or 2, you die. You just die. So if you failed your battle shock test, subtract 1. So basically also battle shocked by other means, subtract 1. Yeah, so basically if you're already battle shocked and then you try to fall back, you run away on a 1, 2, and 3. That is insane. Damn. So she's going to be really good to kind of put in a really tanky unit that has a lot of guns. Grey Knights, if they have like Terminator Stormbolters shooting, you know, super far away, anti-psyker 4+, and if you get into combat with somebody, they can't fall back. That's insane. Her in a 20-man blob of sisters would be pretty cool. And she's got a master crafted power sword, 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 4, AP 2, 2 damage, 5-up invuln save, 3-up regular save. That's pretty cool. So I mean, all this 3 damage for this Inquisition is nuts. So put her up on top of the building, and she's shooting down an AP 3, precision, devastating, wounding on a 4+. I mean, hitting on a 3, you hit, what, 66% of the time? And that's everything. That's all the data sheets they were giving us. They didn't show us any of the other assassins, but again, this assassin just right there is super fun. D3 plus 3 damage, precision on a character that ignores cover, and devastating wounds. Devastating wounds, if it was like anti-character on a 4+, that would be so much better. But it only works if you roll 6 to get the mortal wounds. But yeah, I think these guys are going to be super fun to test out. Really just comes down to their points and what stratagems they could bring. The last stratagem before, for 0 CP, if you killed a character, you gained a CP. So maybe they can have some CP regeneration for the assassins. Like, hey, you did your job. Here's a fucking CP. Keep going. And the lone operative, just them having that is definitely going to help out a lot. Because now you don't have to have them near other characters or other units. They're just basically by themselves, chilling, sniping out people. So even if he kills 1 to 2 characters in a game, that's going to help out with Assassinated, if that's even a secondary anymore. And also it's going to help make his points back. So if he can kill 2 characters equaling 100 plus points, he's going to make his points back. So yeah, I think he's definitely going to be worth it. Doing 4 straight damage minimum without them taking a wound. Obviously you have to wound them, but still, you'll be able to reroll that wound if you fail the wound. That 1 CP might actually be worth it to try and wound them to do D3 plus 3 devastating mortal wounds on a character. So yeah, let me know what you guys are excited about. I'm excited to try these guys out. Hopefully this guy's cool too. He's got a really cool model. I don't have the model yet, but if he's got cool rules, I'll buy the model. So if you guys, again, are new to the channel, definitely head over to Discord. And also, if you guys want to support the channel, head over to Patreon. I post everything new ahead of time on Patreon. Besides these things that come out the same day, then I post them on the same day. But all the tactics, guys, everything's up on Patreon beforehand. So you get kind of first picks, as well as if you guys have any video suggestions, Patreons get the first one. If you guys are interested in competitive play, definitely join the competitive Patreon and message me privately on Discord, so that way we can go over tactics, rules, ideas, list building. That's a competitive Dirtbag Patreon. So go join the Dirtbag Nation. If you guys want some dice, hit me up on Discord. They're $1 each, the Dirtbag logo, and also the mats from 3D6 Wargaming. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for clicking on the video, and we'll see you in another video soon.